If you're over 60 and taking blood pressure medication, this is something most people never hear. Many common blood pressure pills come with risks that are rarely explained clearly. For seniors, these dangerous blood pressure pills may affect more than just the numbers. Blood pressure medication risks increase as the body changes after 60. What looks like control on paper may hide blood flow problems after 60. Poor circulation in legs, cold hands, and fatigue are often dismissed as aging. But senior heart health depends on more than lowering pressure alone. Most people are told the problem is high blood pressure itself, yet side effects of blood pressure drugs often show up quietly over time. Reduced circulation can limit how oxygen reaches muscles and organs. That's why many over 60 experience weakness or heaviness in the legs. This over 60 blood pressure warning is rarely discussed in simple terms. The focus stays on numbers, not on what happens inside the vessels. And that's where blood flow problems after 60 can begin unnoticed. Here's the belief shift most seniors never hear from anyone. The problem isn't your blood pressure alone. It's what the pill may be silently doing to your circulation. Some medications manage pressure while changing how blood moves through aging vessels. That change can impact energy, balance, and daily comfort. Once you understand this, the entire picture of senior heart health changes. And next, you'll see the common mistake that keeps this cycle going. This is for you if you're over 60 and relying on blood pressure medication every day. You take the pills as instructed, yet your body doesn't feel balanced. Cold hands, heavy legs, and low energy have become part of your routine. Dizziness or lightheaded moments appear without clear explanation. These are common experiences among seniors managing blood pressure. They often feel disconnected from what test results show, and that disconnect creates quiet frustration over time. Your doctor may say everything looks normal on paper. Your blood pressure readings fall within the recommended range. But your body sends different signals during daily activities. Poor circulation in legs can make walking feel harder than it should. Fatigue can appear even without physical exertion. These side effects of blood pressure drugs are often overlooked. They're labeled as aging instead of signals worth understanding. Many people over 60 start questioning themselves instead. They wonder if this is just how life feels now. They assume senior heart health always comes with discomfort. But blood flow problems after 60 are not imaginary. They are experienced by millions taking common medications. Ignoring them doesn't make them disappear. It simply delays clarity about what's really happening. This is where most advice falls short. It treats each symptom as an isolated issue. Energy here, circulation there, pressure somewhere else. That fragmented view misses how the body actually works. Blood pressure medication risks are rarely discussed as a whole, yet the body responds as one connected system. And that system is trying to tell you something important. When seniors feel unheard, they often stop asking questions. They accept discomfort as the price of control. But managing numbers isn't the same as supporting function. Senior heart health depends on how well blood moves through the body, not just how forcefully it presses against vessel walls. Understanding this difference changes everything, and it sets the stage for the real issue most people miss. The truth is, you're not alone in feeling this way. Millions over 60 experience the same confusion. They follow instructions but don't feel improvement. That's not because they failed. It's because of a common misunderstanding in approach, a mistake nearly everyone makes without realizing it. And that's what you're about to see next. For years, I believed high blood pressure was the real enemy after 60. Like most people, I trusted that lowering the numbers solved the problem. Blood pressure medication felt like the responsible answer. Doctors focused on readings, charts, and guidelines. Everything seemed logical on the surface. Yet something didn't align with how seniors actually felt. Energy and circulation kept declining despite normal results. Over time, patterns began to stand out clearly. People taking the same common blood pressure pills shared similar complaints. Cold hands, heavy legs, and ongoing fatigue appeared again and again. These weren't isolated cases or rare side effects. They were consistent experiences linked to blood flow problems after 60. Still, they were rarely connected back to medication. Most were told it was simply part of aging. That assumption didn't sit right. Aging alone didn't explain the circulation changes I kept seeing, especially when senior heart health depended on steady blood flow. So I started looking beyond pressure numbers. Inside aging arteries, something else was happening. Something subtle, but powerful enough to affect daily life. That realization changed how I looked at everything. Instead of asking how to lower pressure further, the question became how blood actually moves through the body, how vessels respond over time to constant chemical signals, and how common medications may influence that response. This shift exposed blood pressure medication risks rarely discussed, not as emergencies, but as slow, cumulative effects that quietly alter circulation over the years. Once that connection was clear, the confusion disappeared. It explained why numbers improved but symptoms remained, why poor circulation in legs persisted despite controlled pressure, why fatigue followed people who did everything right. The issue was never effort or discipline. It was understanding the system as a whole, not just one isolated measurement. That moment marked a turning point. Because if pressure wasn't the true starting point, then the entire approach needed rethinking. What mattered most came before the numbers, something fundamental inside the circulatory system. And until that was addressed, nothing fully improved. Next, you'll see the common mistake almost everyone makes. Most blood pressure drugs are designed to force numbers down quickly. They focus on readings, not overall blood movement. On a chart, this looks like success. But inside the body, circulation is more complex than a single number. Blood still needs to move efficiently through aging vessels. Organs still depend on steady oxygen delivery. And that difference becomes critical after 60. When pressure is lowered without supporting flow, trade-offs can appear. Blood may move with less force, but also less efficiency. This can affect how oxygen reaches muscles and organs. That's why many over 60 experience weakness or heaviness in the legs. This over 60 blood pressure warning is rarely discussed in simple terms. The focus stays on numbers, not on what happens inside the vessels. And that's where blood flow problems after 60 can begin unnoticed. Oxygen delivery is not optional for daily function. Every muscle movement depends on it. Every thought depends on it. When circulation efficiency drops, the body compensates at first. But compensation has limits, especially with age. Senior heart health relies on balance, not force. And imbalance slowly strains the entire system. This is why side effects of blood pressure drugs can feel confusing. They don't always appear as clear reactions. They appear as changes in how the body feels day to day. Less stamina, colder extremities, slower recovery. These signals point to circulation, not discipline. Yet most advice doesn't connect these dots. It keeps attention fixed on pressure alone.
When people hear their numbers are lower, they assume progress. But the body may be signaling a different story. A story about flow, flexibility, and coordination. That's the pain most people feel without understanding why. And it's reinforced by a belief that seems logical but isn't. Because treating one part in isolation feels responsible, which leads directly to the mistake you're about to see next. Think of your blood vessels like old garden hoses. When they're new, water flows easily and smoothly. With time, the material stiffens and narrows. Flexibility is lost little by little. After 60, human blood vessels change in a similar way. They don't respond as quickly as they once did, and that directly affects circulation quality. Now, imagine lowering the water pressure in that old hose. The force decreases, but the stiffness remains. Flow doesn't automatically improve. In some cases, it becomes less efficient. This is how many blood pressure medications work. They relax pressure signals in the system, but they don't restore vessel flexibility. As a result, blood may travel more slowly to distant areas. Hands, feet, and legs are affected first. That's why poor circulation in legs is so common after 60. Weakness, numbness, or tingling can appear gradually. These aren't random sensations. They reflect how efficiently blood reaches the extremities, and medication can influence that balance. This doesn't mean pressure control has no value. It means it's only part of the equation. Circulation efficiency depends on multiple internal factors: vessel response, oxygen delivery, and flow coordination. When one factor is supported alone, others may lag behind. That's where blood flow problems after 60 begin, quietly and progressively. This is the mechanism most people never hear explained. After 60, circulation matters more than pressure alone. Pressure is a measurement, not a function. Flow is what actually feeds tissues and organs. Senior heart health depends on that distinction. Ignoring it leads to persistent discomfort, even when numbers appear under control. Once this mechanism is understood, confusion fades. Symptoms that seemed unrelated start to connect. Heavy legs, low energy, and cold extremities share a cause. They're not separate problems, they're signals from the same system. And that system needs a different kind of support, which opens the door to what comes next. This is not your fault. You did exactly what you were told to do. You followed medical advice and trusted the process. You took your blood pressure medication consistently. You showed discipline and responsibility. Nothing about this situation comes from neglect. It comes from incomplete information. Most guidance focuses on control, not support. Lowering numbers is treated as the ultimate goal. But aging bodies don't function the same way they did at 40. Systems become more sensitive and less adaptable. What once worked efficiently may now create imbalance. That's not failure, that's biology changing over time. After 60, the body needs cooperation, not force. It needs signals that work with natural rhythms. Suppression alone can overlook essential functions, especially when it comes to circulation and oxygen delivery. Senior heart health depends on support across the system, not just silencing one measurement. That distinction is rarely made clear. This is why so many people feel confused. They're doing everything right, yet feel limited. Energy doesn't return the way they expect. Movement feels heavier than it should. These experiences aren't imagined, they're signs of a system asking for balance, not more pressure applied from one direction. Once blame is removed, clarity can begin. You stop questioning your effort or discipline, you start questioning the approach itself. That shift is important because it opens the door to better solutions. Solutions designed for aging systems, not younger bodies with different needs. This reframing changes the entire conversation from "what am I doing wrong" to "what does my body need now?" That question leads somewhere different. It points towards structure instead of suppression, towards coordination instead of isolation, and that's exactly where the next step begins. That's when I discovered a different approach entirely, not focused on forcing numbers or suppressing signals, but centered on supporting how blood actually moves. Specific natural compounds designed to work with aging systems. They focus on healthy blood flow rather than pressure alone. They support arterial flexibility and oxygen delivery, and they do so without interfering with prescribed medication. This distinction is critical after 60, because the goal isn't to fight the body, it's to assist what's already trying to function. These supplements work with your body, not against it. They align with natural processes already in place, instead of overriding them with force. That's why the experience feels different. Rather than targeting one isolated number, this approach supports circulation as a system. Blood flow, vessel response, and oxygen delivery work together. When that coordination improves, the body feels it. Movement becomes easier. Extremities feel warmer and more responsive. Daily energy feels more consistent. This is where identity matters. Supporting circulation is supporting life after 60, because circulation touches everything the body does, from walking across a room to thinking clearly to maintaining independence. That's why this perspective changes. For transparency, the exact supplements I trust are linked in the first pinned comment below. They're presented as support tools, not replacements. They're designed to complement a structured approach, not to act as shortcuts or quick fixes. Consistency matters more than intensity here, and understanding matters more than hype. But simply knowing they exist isn't enough. What truly makes the difference is how they're used, in what order and with what purpose inside a larger structure. Because without that structure, results feel random, and randomness creates doubt, which is why the next piece is essential to understand. When people begin supporting circulation this way, patterns start to appear. Not dramatic claims or overnight changes, but small, noticeable differences in daily comfort. Many report more warmth in their hands and feet, especially during walking or standing. This is often the first sign they notice, a subtle shift but a meaningful one. Others describe their legs feeling lighter during the day. Movement feels less demanding than before. Stairs don't feel as heavy on the body. Poor circulation in legs becomes less intrusive. These changes don't happen all at once. They develop gradually with consistency, which is exactly how the body adapts best. Daily energy is another commonly mentioned experience. Not a sudden surge, but a steadier sense of endurance, less afternoon fatigue, more confidence in completing routine tasks. This matters deeply for seniors over 60 because energy supports independence. Along with physical changes, confidence improves. People feel more secure about their circulation. They stop worrying about every sensation. They feel informed instead of confused. Senior heart health becomes something they understand, not something they fear. That mental shift alone reduces stress. It's important to be clear about expectations. These are not miracle outcomes. They're experiences of proper support. Support applied where the body needs most. Results vary from person to person. Timing differs based on lifestyle and consistency, and that variability is normal. What matters is the pattern, not perfection. When circulation is supported, comfort follows. When systems work together, confidence grows. This reinforces the logic behind the approach, but logic alone isn't enough to move forward. You also need clarity about who this is truly for and who it isn't, which comes next.
Poor circulation doesn't announce itself loudly. It doesn't arrive with sudden pain or clear warnings. It progresses quietly in the background. Small changes are easy to ignore at first. A little more fatigue here, a bit more heaviness there, nothing that feels urgent on its own. That quiet progression is what makes it dangerous. By the time limitations feel obvious, the system has already adapted in unhealthy ways. Blood flow problems after 60 rarely reverse on their own. They respond best to early, consistent support, especially when medication is already part of daily life, because the system is already being influenced. Relying on medication alone can create a false sense of security. Numbers look stable, checkups feel reassuring, but circulation efficiency isn't always measured directly. It's felt through daily function instead, through movement, balance, and endurance, and those signals are easy to delay addressing. What you don't feel today can limit you tomorrow. That's the urgency most people miss. Discomfort isn't required for decline to begin. It often starts long before pain appears. Senior heart health depends on prevention, not reaction after function is lost. That's why timing matters so much. Acting early isn't about fear, it's about protecting quality of life, the ability to move freely, to stay independent, to feel confident in your body. Those things are built gradually, and they're preserved the same way. Once this is understood, the question changes. It's no longer should I do something, but why wait? Because waiting doesn't improve circulation. It only reduces options over time, which leads directly to the final decision point, and that's what you'll see next. If this information helped you see circulation differently, take a second to act. Like this video so more people over 60 can see it. That simple action helps this message reach those who need it most. Many seniors are dealing with the same questions silently.
Sharing this information gives them clarity sooner, and clarity is the first step toward better decisions, especially when it comes to senior heart health. Leave a comment below and share your experience. Even a short message can help others feel less alone. I read every comment that comes through. Questions, observations, or simple feedback all matter. They help shape future educational content, and they create a space for honest discussion without fear or confusion. Make sure to subscribe and follow the channel. This is where we break down heart and circulation topics clearly. No hype, no panic-driven advice, just structured education for people over 60, so you can make informed choices over time, not rushed ones. If you're ready to support your blood flow safely, the supplements that assist with this approach are linked in the first pinned comment. They're there as optional support tools, not replacements for medical guidance, just part of a structured way to care for circulation with understanding, not guesswork. Take your time reviewing the information provided. See how it aligns with your current routine. Consider whether supporting circulation makes sense for you now. There's no pressure to decide immediately, only the opportunity to act with awareness, because informed choices age better than rushed ones, especially after 60. Above all, remember what truly matters. Take care of your circulation every day, because circulation supports everything your body does, from movement to energy to independence, and your life depends on it.